Atutu, atutu, atutunde, tutunde. Atutu, atutu, atutunde, tutunde. Atutu, atutu, atutunde, tutunde. Atutu, atutu.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's West African Queen, and as you can tell by the title, today we're going to give you a life update because your girl needs to give a life update as to why I have basically not been consistent and just what's going on in my life. If you read the title, you kind of know what I'm basically going to talk about. I already have a note of things that I want to talk about, but I just wanted to give y'all a quick update of what is going on in my life and where I have been. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about with you guys today is moving. I have moved into another state. Some people know where I've moved, some people don't know where I've moved. That's my business, and I'm gonna keep it that way because not everybody needs to know where I'm at until I'm ready to expose where I'm at. My main reason of why I moved is because actually I'm in the process of doing a post-bac program. Your girl is trying to go to medical school, and this is the next step. I received my bachelor's degree. If you haven't seen the video of me talking about my bachelor's degree, I'm gonna have it. Is it here or here? One of them. I think it's here. I'm gonna have the video in the card so you guys can take a look at that video. But basically, I have moved and I'm getting my post-bac to hopefully then go into medical school. It was a journey moving across the state because we already started school where I'm at. We started school on Tuesday and I like moved on a Sunday, so it was just rushed. But thanks to God, I have the first week completed. If I keep looking down, I'm looking at my notes. How do I feel about moving and starting this new journey? I feel like there's a lot of change that's coming with me moving. Just a lot of change, a lot of things that I want to change about myself, a lot of things that I want to improve. I am not getting younger, I'm getting older, so you know, with that comes me just trying to be a better person and trying to find God, because that's that's wholly one of my goals right now. One of my goals is just seeking God and then doing this post-bac program. That's the only thing I want to be focused on right now in my life, and I'm going to talk about God later on, but please stay tuned and watch that part of the video. I feel good. This is a new place, new people, a new journey because of this program. This is the next step in my life before actual medical school, so it's kind of nerve-wracking but at the same time exciting, because after this I know by the grace of God I am going to medical school, and that's the more nervous part and more exciting part at the same time. But yeah, that's the first part, which is me moving, just to update y'all as to why I've been inconsistent, because I've been just dealing with moving around and getting ready to move into this new place that I'm in. So it's kind of hard to, you know, film videos, and I didn't have pre-recorded videos, so, and my setup wasn't, and this is not the setup. Hold on, before we get started, this is not the setup. This is just a last minute me sitting down in the corner of my room just to talk to y'all. The next thing I really wanted to talk to you guys about is my fasting and prayer journey. Yes, your girl for the first time has willingly got up and just fasted. So what I'm going to do is just talk about many parts of my fasting. I just finished today. I started on Tuesday, that's when school started. For some reason I just decided to do it from Tuesday to Sunday today. I'm going to talk about why I started fasting, how long I fasted for, like what I did, my emotions throughout it, and like my routine and how I feel overall fasting. So the first thing is why I started fasting. I think, to me, I'm at a point in my life where I just really want to seek God, and this is something that you willingly decide to do on yourself. Nobody can force you to seek God. You can't pretend like you're seeking God and then be having your focus somewhere else. So for me, I think part of me starting this fasting journey is because I want to seek him. I really want to feel like God is part of my life and he's the one that's leading me into all these things that I want to do, because I really thought about it like, how far God has brought me is only by God's grace. It's really only by God's grace. Like, I have no family here. I have basically no family here, and to think that I have made it this far in my life only by God's grace, by him watching over me and protecting me throughout the years, is only by his grace, y'all. It's really only by his grace. And I know sometimes, even though I may question him, sometimes I may have my moments when I'm overthinking. I sometimes have to remind myself, like, at the end of the day, you have lived in a whole nother country with no family around you, and God has carried you through this far. So what more can he not do? The next thing is, how long did I fast for? I fasted for, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 days. I don't know, something just told me Tuesday to Sunday. So I fasted for the 6 days. I didn't drink water. So from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. I didn't drink water. I didn't eat anything. Just basically dry fasting. And it wasn't intentional. It's just after my first day, I realized that I didn't even drink anything throughout the day. I just dry fasted. So that was the method that I did. Down below, I'm gonna have attached the link that I the preaching that I watched throughout this fasting, and like, just trying to think about the preaching and what is said and the Bible verse. And then also, with preaching, when a pastor talks about a person in the Bible, I don't know much about the Bible, to be honest, and that's me being real, but when a person talks about somebody while preaching, I feel like it's good to go back and to look at who that person was, why the person has an importance in the Bible, and that's what I did. So I'm gonna link below the preaching from TD Jakes that I watched throughout this fast, and that I read about in the Bible. So before I actually started fasting, what I personally did is I wrote down my weaknesses, something faulty about myself that I want to change, and then I also wrote my prayer requests, what I wanted to get out of this. I think it's important to kind of do that. I mean, it's more important to do the prayer requests, so then you're just going into the fasting with a purpose, having the purpose behind why you're fasting, not just fasting anyhow because you just want to fast. And it's also good because when I started praying, I would look over my prayer requests and then remind myself, okay, this is what you're praying about. And then after a while, it's like you don't even need to look at your prayer requests. You know that this is the things that you're praying about. But that's what I did. Now let's talk about my emotions throughout this fasting. It started off really good. But I've just been in a state where I've just been going through a lot emotionally. Like, just emotional transition. Let me call it that, emotional transition. I started off the fast really good, and then I think Thursday or something like that, one day I woke up and I was feeling really, really down, just because I was overthinking about a whole lot of things that's going on with me, and I was feeling down. But someone told me one good thing. One thing that's good to really do is to actually memorize Bible verses, so then when you're in a moment or in the state of like overthinking or just thinking too much, you start reciting those Bible verses. And that's what I've also made as my priority when I was reading the Bible throughout this fasting, is that I memorize 2 Bible verses. And for some reason, like when I start overthinking, like I remember those Bible verses and then I start repeating it to myself. It's also important to have like somebody, kind of like a mentor or kind of somebody to help you throughout this, especially if you're new to it. I had somebody that really helped me. They gave me the they gave me the preaching, told me like how to go about fasting and praying throughout the day. They advised that like in the mornings I pray for like 15 minutes, and then for 10 minutes just sit there and meditate. And of course, before you break your fast, you sit there. Before I broke my fast, what I would do is I would do worship, and then I would pray, and then I would break my fast. And throughout the day, what I do too is I listen to gospel music. I try to pray in my head, trying to get the Holy Spirit, invite the Holy Spirit into my life. That was actually one of my main prayer requests. And that was basically my daily routine for these past 6 days. How I'm feeling overall, I actually feel good. today was a little bit rough. The last day was a little bit rough, but something happened to me in which like I started feeling down. Then I realized how quickly like I turned over my emotions just by, I don't know how to even explain it, just little improvements that I saw. I know that it was only 6 days. I am planning to do another fast from September 1st to the 14th. I don't know the details. I still have to write down, you know, my prayer requests, but I urge people to really pray, or make a habit of praying every day, even if you don't want to fast, but make a habit of praying every day or doing devotionals. If you are really seeking God, I think you should try fasting. There's different ways to fast. You don't have to dry fast. You can fast with water. You can do different times. You don't got to do 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can do, like, let's say 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. But yeah, that's why I have been gone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your girl's back. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with school. We'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.